I have a video that I was going to show today. Again, you're going to see a common theme for what we've been doing in recent time, as far as we're trying to set up a 90-day opportunity, a 90-day surge, a 90-day ability for you to build your business. And right now we're in pre-launch. We're pre-launch until March 1st. And then the next 90 days after that, we are going to be, again, building business fast, building business with some emphasis on growth. This is just killing me. Barb's trying to keep them off. I'm going to let her control all that. So at any rate, I'm going to show a video right now, another video by Eric Worre called A Radical Approach to Goal Setting. It's basically time sensitive for what we're trying to do, because it is something he's talking about that he did about this time in the beginning of a year. So that he's going to talk about how to goal set, how to plan based off of, kind of New Year's resolutions. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you a video, and hopefully we can get through it without any problems. So here we go.
Welcome to Network Marketing Pro. My name is Eric Worre, and today I want to talk to you about a radical approach to goal setting. At this time of year, everybody's looking for goals. They're setting goals. They're making New Year's resolutions. And I believe there's a better way to get results. See, what most people will tell you is, look, set a goal, create some activities around that goal, and then set up some new habits that support that goal. And those things are great, because goals do give you direction, right? Activities provide a game plan to help you get results, and habits help you stay on track. But what I want to share with you is something completely different, and that's this. Your motivation matters. In other words, why is it that you're pursuing the goals in the first place? Why is it that you're wanting these changes to happen in your life? See, I've gone through a bit of a metamorphosis in my life. When I was first involved in business, first involved in network marketing, I was totally and completely focused on me, my income, my rank, my recognition, right? My trips that I wanted to go on, my car that I wanted to have, my house that I wanted to move into. Me. And I will tell you, what happens when you set goals based upon just you is it's a bit empty. And the motivation starts to waver throughout the year. Same thing that happens when you're dealing with New Year's resolutions, right? Most people, by the time you watch this video, their resolutions have already been broken. Most of the time, I think it's because the motivation is misplaced. And here's what I want to tell you. Instead of focusing on setting goals to get, I want to give you a strategy that will help you actually achieve those goals, but with a different purpose. I think there's a better way. There's two different things that not only motivate me, but they work better in helping people achieve goals. Here's what they are. Number one is growth. And number two is contribution. Not only do these things help you achieve your goals, but they also actually, at least for me, they make me happy. When I'm growing, I'm happy. When I'm contributing to somebody else's life in any kind of positive way, I'm happy. So not only is it helping me, but it is helping others. I'm getting better, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting wiser, and I'm contributing to the world. My purpose on earth is showing up in real life, okay? So as we go through this goal setting exercise together, I want you to look at your goals through those two filters. Think about goals that will force you to grow. Think about goals that will help you contribute to other people. Because as the old saying goes, if you help enough other people, everything will be fine for you. Everything will be taken care of for you. But if you only take care of yourself, you're going to live a small life. If you rank advance and you don't really help any other people, you step on people along the way, you're not going to feel happy. You're not going to feel fulfilled. You're not going to feel satisfied. But if you achieve that new rank because you helped other people get to where they wanted to go, all of a sudden, everything takes on new meaning. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to give you some category ideas, some ideas that you can think about in your network marketing business. And we're going to talk about them. Now, your goals are your goals, but I'm going to give you some common ideas about inside the network marketing profession that I think will help you. But I want you to think about these goals with the filters of, will this help me to grow? And will this help me contribute to others? Let's start by your product or service. If you become a true ambassador of your product or service, in other words, the product isn't just an excuse, it's not just something you sell, but it's something that you truly embody. You become an ambassador of your product or service. You become the biggest user of your product or service. You develop your product or service story. You share that with other people. You impact other people's lives. If you do that, if you become the person known as an absolute ambassador for your product or service, will that help you grow? Will it help you grow as a leader? Will the product or service actually enhance your life? Will you be viewed differently by other people? Will it help you contribute? Because if you do this as a leader, you become a product ambassador. Are you going to impact the lives and the focus of people on your team where they start using the product publicly whenever possible, when they start telling their product story whenever possible, because you were the leader that started to do it in the first place? Is that going to contribute to their career? Is that going to contribute to their development?
No, it's not.
Is that going to contribute to the growth of their organization? Is that going to contribute to the overall health of the company and of your organization? The answer is yes. So developing a product culture, starting with you, is, in my opinion, a good goal for network marketing. Let's talk about your story. Your story. See, there's something that happens in network marketing. Our story is so important. When we go tell someone the reason why we got involved in this profession, that story is so valuable because it gives people a picture of what might be possible for them. It humanizes us. But I want you to also understand this. Anytime you want, you can change your story. You can rewrite your story. You might be hanging around network marketing. You haven't even done much. So you're not even inspired by your story. Maybe a goal is to make your story for this year so powerful, so exciting, so compelling that it inspires other people. So think about story in the terms of, what story can you start writing today? And not just writing, but living, as far as how you're growing your organization, as far as your recruiting that's happening in your group, and the personal development that's happening inside of you, and how your rank advancing and how your income is going up. When you look at this from a growth perspective, of course you're going to have to grow in order for your story to get better. Of course you're going to have to develop, become more. That's the real impact, is you get to become more by creating this great new story. Now think about this in the filter of contribution. How is you creating a fresh, new, exciting, inspirational story going to impact your organization that's just watching you go through the motions? Maybe if you've been going through the motions up till now, it's going to contribute to them in a dramatic fashion. Maybe set a goal for your story to be known everywhere across your entire company. Maybe your story to be known everywhere across the entire profession of network marketing. What would have to happen, as far as growth is concerned, for you to be able to achieve that goal? Next is customers. Next category, customers. I think it's a great goal to develop a customer culture, not just a distributor culture in your organization, but a culture of people who gather customers, people outside of the distributorship group that are using the product, getting benefit from the product. And if you develop that culture, starting with you, and you start gathering whatever the number of customers you think is appropriate inside of your organization, and you teach other people to do the same thing, is that going to cause you to grow? Is that going to cause you to build new
Eat like a king who's on a budget.
skill sets in your business? And as far as the contribution side of things, imagine everybody in your organization, every single person in your organization having an extra 10 or 20 customers in their group. What happens to the success of the group when you make that happen as a leader? That's an amazing goal. When you think about it through these filters again, right? Instead of how much am I going to earn, what rank am I going to get to? That'll take care of itself. Focus on growth, focus on contribution. Next is recruiting. You are building a network. The value of network marketing is you're building a network of other people who are also gathering customers, using the product, building their own businesses, right? So when you're out there, you need to be leading by example and continuing to bring in the new class of recruits for your business. So not just encouraging other people to do it, but you doing it yourself. Leading by example. Pick a number that you think is a good number that will cause you to grow in order to be able to achieve it. And then encourage other people to do the same. And it'll be easy to encourage them because you'll have been leading by example the entire way. What's a good recruiting goal for you? If you look at it from what it's going to force you to become and also the contribution it's going to make to your organization, maybe that number can creep up a little bit higher. Okay. Next is your income. Jim Rohn, one of my early mentors, told me something. He said, Eric, well, what's a goal for you? What would you like to earn? And I said, well, I'd like to earn $1 million. $1 million a year sounds a really good sound. He said, I like that goal. That's a great goal. He said, let me tell you something. You achieving that goal is not the real reward. The $1 million isn't the reward. The reward is what you're going to have to become as a person in order to get the million. Back to growth, right? You have to become something in order to be able to increase your income. You have to focus on growing yourself if you're going to increase your income. So set a goal that will cause you to grow. Set an income goal inside of your network marketing business that will cause you to push, that will cause you to stretch, that will cause you to become more than you are today. And when you look at that through the filter of contribution, think about the example that you can show to others. Think about the pillar of growth that you can show to others as an example of what they can do for themselves. Think about that. Think about other people saying, hey, I knew that person a year ago and they were different and they changed and look what happened to their income. I'm going to change. So you can be an inspiration, not just a provider for your family, but an inspiration to create thousands of providers of other families. Imagine the impact, the global impact potentially for you by just increasing your income with the filter of growth and contribution. Next, talking about rank, it's the same kind of thing. What rank will cause you to grow and will force you to contribute to your organization at a higher level? Rank is very similar to income, but it was a very useful tool for me because sometimes we really want to walk across that stage. We want to get the ring. We want to, whatever it happens to be within the organization. Let the filters of growth and contribution push you in rank. And then there's some other things. There's time management. Maybe you're always a procrastinator and you need to work on your time management or duplication. Maybe you have some duplication goals and you need to focus on other people instead of just focusing on your personal efforts. You need to focus into your organization to see how you can help them unlock the code that maybe they have some fears that are holding them back. You need to become a stronger leader in order to be able to help them duplicate. You need to become a better example in order for them to be able to duplicate. You need to provide a consistent method of operation in order for more people to duplicate. You understand? So duplication, focus. Yeah, the top leaders in our profession, guess what they are excellent at? Focus and consistency. They are focused on their goals because they want to grow. They know that they must grow. They're focused on their goals because it contributes to the lives of others. If you focus for 52 consecutive weeks, if you focus for one entire year, if you're consistent on a daily basis for a year, your life will never be the same. The thief of network marketing success is the distracted person. They're all over the place. They're thinking about everything in the world and they lose their focus. Sometimes it's for a week, sometimes it's for a day, sometimes it's for a month, sometimes it's for a week. But if you're driven by growth and contribution, you tend not to lose your focus because it's such a driver. It's something that's so inspiring. It's so powerful. It's so incredible. So think about your focus and consistency goals. And what are you prepared to do in service to your own growth and in service and contribution to others? Another great goal is events. How many people can you get to attend your company convention? Any major event that your company is putting on. How many people you're going to have in your organization attend that event? Now, on the me side, you're going to earn, believe me. The more people you get to that event, the more you're going to earn for sure. But on the growth and contribution side, just know that at these events, we have life-changing moments. It's going to force you to grow and stretch and become bigger and stronger and wiser and bolder. But on the other side, on the contribution side, there's nothing that you can do to contribute to a distributor in your organization's life more than having them attend a major company. That might be the most you can contribute to them. The highest impact contribution you can make to their business is creating enough persuasion and reasons for them to change their life, get on an airplane or drive across the country to go to a company convention. That is a life-changing experience you will contribute to their lives if you become the leader strong enough to help them see a vision so they can go. So now talking about this, listen, that's just a short list of goals, and you can come up with 1 million goals. You can come up with weight loss goals. You can come up with whatever, doesn't matter. A goal to get a car, a goal to go on a trip, a goal to take the family on vacation, a goal to put the kids in a better school. You can come up with 1 million of those. That's fine, whatever it is. But think about this in terms of what are you going to have to become in order to be able to achieve the goal, number one. And how can you contribute to somebody else's life, number two. If you're growing and you're contributing, I promise you, you're going to be happier than if it's all just about you. Now, once you set those goals, and I hope you're putting this in writing someplace, once you set those goals, then start to determine, one, what activities can you put into place that will help you realize those goals? What activities can you engage in on a consistent basis that will help you to realize those goals? Two, what knowledge do you need to gather in order to be able to become more? Where do you need to learn? What do you need to do? What skills do you need help with in order to be able to get better? Knowledge is number two. Activity number one, knowledge. Number two, understand the reason why I put activity number one is most of the learning is in the doing. Not in the study, it's in the doing. A lot of people think they understand network marketing, and because they've never done it, they will never understand network marketing because they haven't done what you and I have done. The learning is in the doing. I believe in network marketing. It can't really be learned just with head knowledge. It has to be discovered, and you discover it through the activity. So what activities can you put into place to help you achieve your goal? Number one. Number two, what knowledge do you need to gather in order to become better? Become absolutely obsessed with learning. Become a lifelong learner. Always be gathering good ideas to be able to implement, to be able to help you achieve your goals. of growing and contributing. And then last, I will tell you the third thing, habits. We are all controlled by our habits. And you either have good habits or you have habits that aren't serving you. You have habits that are helping you grow and contribute, and habits that are causing your growth and contribution to fall apart. So what habits do you have in your life, and are they serving your purpose? Think about the habits that you need to put into place or change from one habit to another habit. One maybe not so helpful habit to a very productive habit. What habits can you surround yourself with routines to surround yourself with that will keep you on track and on purpose in your life? I would tell you one other thing. Look, I love the people involved in network marketing. You're watching this, I love you. The fact that you are out there doing it, facing your fear, making things happen. I love that you want more for your life. And sometimes you don't even know how to describe it, what's inside of you. But network marketing gives you a vehicle to start to explore that. At this time of year, when we're setting these goals and we're putting things in mind, if we get our intentions right, I want you to know that it can be much more fun than the stress and the drama of always trying to get to that next rank just for you, trying to get that $500 bonus just for you. That's not that exciting. It's not that compelling. It's not that rewarding. But when you can help other people get it, when you can become stronger and wiser and more powerful, it doesn't matter how much you're growing, just that you're growing. It doesn't matter how much you're contributing, just that you're contributing a little bit more than you used to be contributing yesterday. That's the great part of what our profession does. I did a poll recently and I asked people, what do you like most about network marketing? And I gave them 4 answers. 1, the products. 2, the income. 3, the relationships. And 4, the personal growth. Guess what the biggest answer was? Number 4, personal growth. We're a vehicle for personal growth, folks. That's what we do here. So I'll tell you one other thing as we finish, and that is this. If you're going to grow, pick a budget, set a budget for the year. How much are you willing to invest in yourself? How much outside of what your company provides? What are you going to invest in learning? Whatever that number is, that's your number. But make sure that that number lines up with your big income goals. Because if it doesn't, then there's something off there that you need to examine. Most people never give what we're talking about here more than a passing thought, but you're not most people. You're special. You're spectacular. Take this information, write it down, turn it into an amazing plan, and get out there and make this the best year of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have a great day.
Okay. Yeah, see if I can get out of this.
While Dale's doing that, one way to help us out to avoid these Zoom bombers is if you put your actual names in as your Zoom nickname. So it helps us keep, if we recognize you, we won't bump you. I hope I didn't bump anybody that wasn't supposed to be, but I've stopped letting new people into the meeting. If they're in the waiting room, they're getting stuck because it was the same people coming in and out. So as for this meeting and all of them, put your actual name or something we can recognize in as your ID so that we won't boot you when people stop misbehaving.
We'll thank you, Barb. I believe a little bit in fate, and Barb doesn't always come on these calls, and thank God she was on this one today to help me out. So thank you so much, Barb. We will go forward with a little bit more security, since again, this is the first time I've ever been hacked. So again, if it disrupted me a little bit, threw me off my game, I'm sorry, but let's just talk about what we just saw. you know, you guys might see a common theme to what I've been doing over the last few weeks. I've been showing a lot of Eric Worre videos, but I've been trying to show the videos that were getting us prepared for that 90-day surge that we are planning starting March 1st. Okay. And the whole idea is to, you know, right now you should be letting me know if you want to be part of this growth pattern that we're planning on. If you haven't already reached out to me, you want to be part of that, reach out to me and tell me you want to be part of my inner circle. Or again, if you're somebody who's not my direct downline and you're interested in doing this, I will put you in my inner circle unless your upline is looking for their inner circle. We'll bring everybody together. So I hope that makes sense. Again, we're preparing for some serious growth. There's some things going on in Africa that I won't spend a lot of time on today. I will tell you that by next week, I should be letting you know that we have a small office in Nairobi, Kenya, which is going to help us a lot as far as expansion throughout East Africa. That is not a corporate office. That's an office I've created myself. So I will be able to control that along with Stephen Kavilu, who's going to be working it, and it's going to give us a lot of chances for growth. Again, going by what this whole theme I've been showing you the last 3 weeks with Eric, it's just getting us ready so we can build into 2023 and help as many of you as possible start earning life-changing income. Okay, getting that personal growth that Eric talks about. You notice he just talked about a couple things: growth and contribution. The beautiful thing about network marketing is if you focus on helping other people, you'll automatically be successful. And that's what I love about this business. It's not about me. It's about how many of you I can help. If I can help you, my rewards will come automatically. So I don't worry about myself. I jokingly tell people the only time I worry about myself is the last 2 to 3 days of the month. And that's only because I'm competitive. If I'm close to a new rank, I want to be able to give it a run, you know, because a lot of us leaders in this company, you know, we beat up on each other. You know, somebody will say, hey, I just made this rank, and you go, and did you yet? And I might say, no, not yet, but I'll be there by next month, you know. So it's a good fun competitive approach we have. A couple of things that he said, like being a product ambassador, you know, choosing the products that are available in your country or that you like the best that we have to sell, and becoming an ambassador for those products, promote those products, use those products, do testimonials about them so that people know that you're fully engaged. Tell your story. You know, something he said was, you can always change your story. You know, the greatest thing about this business is, as he said, you could have been in network marketing for 20 years and never actually really caught that one surge that really took you over the top. That doesn't mean you can't do it. It doesn't mean that this can't be your year. It doesn't mean that this might be the home you've been looking for all that time. So again, you can always rewrite your story. You know, create a customer culture for yourself and duplicate that within your team. You know, if you have a dozen customers and you train all your people to have a dozen customers, think how your business will grow, and think how those dozen customers you created, think of all the people they're going to tell about our products, how well our products work, how great they are, and the next thing you know, you're going to get more referrals. And some of those referrals are going to start off as customers and then say, hey, I can see that Jan or Ursula or Lola or John or Barbara, any of these people I know, I can see they're making good money at this. So maybe I should take it from being a customer to being an affiliate. Maybe I should give it a shot. So you're going to find that many of your customers will eventually become affiliates. So the more customers you have, the more potential you have for more team members. He said lead by example. That's obvious. But the thing is, if you're doing what you should be doing in this business, if you're working consistently, you're working hard, people see that in you, that's what they will do. If they see you just toying with the business, well, odds are they're going to toy with the business. So again, be an example. You know, a couple of things he said there about be an inspiration by building your income or your rank. You know, I know when I see some of my people walk across stage at conventions and they've gone from 1K to 5K or 5K to 10K or whatever they've done. They reached 25K. I'm more proud of them than they probably are of themselves. You know, I look at these all as I look at all of you as friends, as family, and I want you to succeed just like my own blood kin. I want to see you succeed at what you're doing. And I think if you've been out with me for very long, you know that I'm serious about that. And he says, be focused and be consistent. You know, again, so important to have people see you doing the same thing constantly. I mean, whether you think I'm always doing the best thing for my team, you do know that every Monday, for the most part, you come on and you can see me. You know that every Thursday you can go on and see Chris Bailey, myself doing an opportunity presentation. We try to be consistent, and while we're being consistent, we're also trying to be flexible. So if you need us to do something at times we're not doing them, we want you. We want to be there for you. So again, that's kind of what I took from today's call. And the great thing, you know, he made this a couple of years ago, but it's perfect for this time of year. For this, you know, we've been 3 weeks into the new year. Some of our resolutions that we made have already worn off, you know, and we need to be available to finding ways to keep those promises we made to ourselves true. And the best way to do that is to join with a group like we're talking about for a surge for the next 90 days starting March 1st, where we're all working together. We're all cheerleading for everybody. We want everybody to succeed. So I'm gonna cut today's off. I will open up for questions, but I'm gonna cut today's off a little bit just because some of the stuff that I was gonna go over, I really needed more time and I kind of lost some of it when we had that little hack. But if there's anybody, let me just see if there's anybody who is here that has any questions. If you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and ask it. Let me just see if there's anything here that anybody asked. I don't see anything. So I'm going to cut today short unless somebody has any questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. If not, I messaged some of you today. Here's just a couple of quick notes. I messaged some of the South African market today. All your orders have cleared customs and are now being shipped. Now, the one thing that I do want to point out is that some people wrote on their for delivery. They basically just wrote somebody wrote for delivery address. Send it to Deborah. You know. So if some of you don't get your products, it's because you didn't do a good job of filling in your shipping address. So I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of a problem. I see that somebody like Ursula was smart, and she had, I think, 17 different people that are having the product shipped directly to her, and then she's going to distribute them. That's a smart move to make. You know, if you're a leader and you want to make sure your people get their products, if you want to tell them to use your shipping address and then you distribute to them, when I was in network marketing a long time ago with Amway back when I was 19 for just a short period of time, you know, the thing that I loved about that was I had a leader that took all the orders and had them shipped to him. We met once a week and picked up our orders from him. We had we could bring guests that we did an opportunity. He did an opportunity presentation for us. He did some training. We were able to pick our product up, and we built that more of a community because we were all seeing each other on a regular basis. So maybe that's something that could work for some of you. Give it some thought. But again, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is some people just didn't put good shipping addresses down. And you can't blame the company for that. You can't blame anybody for that but yourself. I'm going to be very honest with you. If you didn't, if they asked you for a shipping address and you didn't give them one, or you gave them a very meager one, then that's on you. So I'm hoping that people all receive their products. As I said, we've been informed that they're through customs and are on their way. So I hope that all works out, and let me know if you need any help with that. Ursula, your hand up. Did you have a question or just agreeing? I guess she was just.
I think she
agreeing.
was just applauding.
Okay, very good. So, guys, sorry I was off my game a little bit today. I haven't been hacked before, and that kind of threw me off. But hey, that's part of doing business. You have to adapt. So
Please, please, please change your names. Make your Zoom name be something real so we can identify you.
yes, absolutely. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks again, Barb, for helping out. And well, you guys all have a great week. Remember, I have no secret agenda. I love you all. I want you to succeed, and I can't wait to see all of you walk across stage. I can't wait to be at the end of that stage and be waiting there to give you a hug and be proud of the fact that you have succeeded. So again, have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday. Take care.